Then Watanabe, then Bourgain, and then right on the outside for New Zealand, the big fella Simon van Velterhoeven. Some line-up this.
Well, it is Chris Hoy there, deciding not to try and get on the motorbike, happy to let the riders pass. In fourth position, so we're seeing a change in style here.
I'm glad you said that, Chris. I'm pleased to see that because his tactic was so readable before.
Well, you have the length and the legs to actually just dictate. It's an hard tactic to beat when you actually manage to make it work, to sit on the front and keep accelerating and no one can come around. But right now, it's a wholly different approach.
That was all down to his awesome power, being a kilometre rider, wasn't he? He hit the front with 2 to go. He'd be on maximum speed, and as you say, if you take a look to come past, the wind would blow you back, so he couldn't do it.
It's on the Frenchman's wheel again. He rode through with such style. It's the right wheel to be on for sure, I think.
So, right behind, no change. Velhoeven sitting there from New Zealand, Oceanic champion. Then Enders sitting second wheel, such a powerful, chunky rider. And then Bourgain, who had so much speed to spare when he won his heat. And Chris Hoy, he's drilling the back here of Bourgain. His eyes are piercing the back of the Frenchman.
And as you already mentioned, not always the best in the Keirin discipline. Powerful starter for the team sprint, but he's held his own to get into this final. Can be a little bit creative in his style as well, so we'll have to watch out for that.
Jeff Mulder as well, the Dutchman, who's just last but one at the moment in the mix as they go down the back straight. Mulder, world champion, LA 2005, also been a world kilometre champion. Very, very quick indeed. Now then, we're going to lose that little dirty pacing bike in the back straight this time. The Kiwi just dangling off the front, looks as though he's going to get himself involved in going for a long one. Yes, he is. And Enders responds. Chris Hoy sees the danger and gets into the wheel of Bourgain. Coming up to the line with 2 laps to go. It's now the lead out from Velhoeven of New Zealand. Enders has got away with it, and so has Bourgain. They're leaving themselves a little bit of work to do here. And Bourgain is bringing Hoy up, and Hoy could profit from the work being done by the Frenchman. Here goes Enders. Enders, the man with dynamite in his size, almost bumps into Velhoeven. And now, off the crown of the bend, here comes Chris Hoy, and the crowd are lifting Hoy down the outside. Who's going to get it on the line? Oh, I think Hoy got it. Looked like Hoy got it. It was so close. The big clenched fist comes out for Chris Hoy, the real McCoy. The Scot delivered in style, right on the line. I think he denied Enders with the lunge for the line, Chris.
Well, I thought his status was actually going to get the better of him there, because Bourgain was ignoring everybody else and waiting for Chris Hoy. He desperately wanted him to come round and lead him onto the wheel, but he didn't fall into the trap, and the Frenchman let him out.
What a final that was. Chris Hoy celebrates, there's his father. He had that banner with him in Beijing. That's the lucky banner. Let's get a look here now. Hopefully at the closing stages of that, Chris, but it was a blanket finish on the line. Here we are. The New Zealander let it out. Enders was with him, and it left the Frenchman, Bourgain, with all the work to do.
Incredible. We've just seen the shot there. We started on the back straight. The distance that was still left to make up. I was a bit worried when they came into the final bend, because Chris Hoy is having to go round 3 other riders. That is a long way to come around. But he had the confidence to do it, clearly. He knew that he had the power to get around, but it was very, very close on the line.
Here we are, let's have a look at the side view. Oh yes, he got it easily in the end, didn't he? Enders second and Bourgain third. Only one man missing really that could have caused any problems, and that is Perkins of Australia, the current world champion, but the rest are here.
Well, it was a classy field, and he rode it in a completely different way to the style he's renowned for, all the way from the back. It just shows that he can do it any which way that he wants.